Okay, so thanks for joining me today. I am excited to come to you today from Jack's Corner Barn, and I'm here with the owner and founder of Jack's Corner Barn, Christine Wiegand. And so I'm so excited to interview her and just talk about where all this started and how she ended up where she is today. I'm here with the owner and founder of Jack's Corner Barn, Christine Wiegand. The cutest shop, and we'll take a little bit of a look around later on. But let's start out with, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah.
And how did Jack's Corner Barn get started?
Well, I am excited to chat with you. This is Jack's Corner Barn. We're in Bennington, Nebraska. We are sitting on the property of, it's private property. We have a little shop back here. This is the Anderson farm, and Mark and Robin Anderson are great friends of ours. They changed our lives when we started here, so I'm very, very grateful for them. Basically, Jack's Corner got started when my son was born. I really wanted to be a stay-at-home mom and was trying to figure out what that would look like and what I could do to make that happen. And was collecting things, was dabbling in different art projects and just all kinds of things. And did some online sales, and we did some shows in the area, and eventually it grew, and we were looking for a spot to call home. I had met Mark and Robin through another sale that we were doing, and brought the idea up to them. Maybe we could rent this building back here and start a shop. And they said, let's pray about it and see how that goes. And here we are today in our 7th year of being in the shop. And it has grown beyond what I had hoped for. Get to be a mom first and foremost, and then do what I love. So I'm very thankful.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, and then also, Christine gets these things kind of from all over the place. So I would love to hear from you, like, where do all these things come from? How do you, decide what you're going to include and some of that?
Yeah, so the barn, Jack's Corner, started more on the crafty side, and it has evolved into a little bit of everything. We have antiques and vintage, handmade goods. We have market pieces, which are new items. A lot of them look old, but they mix well with all of the old stuff. And then we have, now in the shop, we have treats to eat. We have homemade caramels and kolachkis. We have all these different things. So it has evolved into just a shop, a very eclectic shop full of goods, and they come from estate sales and auctions and flea markets and salvage. My dad and I love to do a lot of this together, and we go into old homes and salvage what we can out of a home that might be torn down, and then build cool things with that stuff. So there's a lot coming from a lot of different places. I couldn't do it alone. We do have other makers contributing to the shop, and we just, like I said, a little bit of everything.
That's awesome. So if you have an estate sale coming up, she would be a great one to reach
out
to. Yes. And so you mentioned having other makers. How do you want to feature anyone in particular, or how do you draw those in? Where do they come from?
I would love to. We're not a consignment shop, so we don't just take stuff from everybody. There were some girls that back before we had the shop, I was working with them doing some other projects, and that would be Magnolia Events and Creations and Bluestone Design are kind of the main girls that I started with, and our stuff just really is fun together. One of them is the Magnolia signs that you see in the shop. Bluestone Design does a lot of hand painted beautiful pieces, and everything's unique and everything. And then we have our furniture and we have our vintage, and so everything just goes really well together. Those are two. We also have Creative Works, who joined us. He does all of the handmade wooden toys in the shop that are so special, and you don't see those everywhere. So we've got all these beautiful little toys by him, and then we have hooked leather earrings. Christine out of Elkhorn makes the earrings, and we just love those. And then again, 6th Street Kolachkis are now part of the shop. They're so delicious. And then we have Carpe Diem caramels.
Oh my goodness.
All kinds of goodies. So it sounds like a lot, but really it's just a small knit group of some of our favorite people and goods, and everyone really works very well together. So
that's awesome. So you can come for lots of different things down to the shop. So that's exciting to hear. And of course, the big question is, how do people find these things, and when and where can they shop? So what's the best way to do that?
So it's kind of a unique experience. We are a year-round shop, but we are only open certain times. So pretty much always on the weekends, and Facebook has been social media, but mainly Facebook has been our way of communicating with people. Back in the day, we would spend a lot of time going and putting out signs at the corners and just like a glorified garage sale, but thankfully I've gotten away from going to put signs out. It's better the way we're doing it now, and so Facebook has been a blessing. We set up an event on our page, on our Facebook page, every time we're open, and then we share, promote the event, and we just have a lot of great followers who we couldn't do it without them. So they spread the word for us and comment and buy things online and find us that way. We also have Facebook Live events. So when we're not able to be open in person, that's our way of showing you the shop. We just jump online, and people can shop from home. So
shop from your pajamas.
Yes, so that's always fun. During the holidays, things get really big with the shopping events. We do have pumpkin patch and all kinds of goodies in the fall, and then going into Christmas, basically the weekend after Halloween, we open for Christmas, and it is just a whirlwind of festivities through the holidays. So.
Yes, that's awesome. She had some special guests this past Christmas.
Yes, Santa and the Grinch, and I already have them booked for next year. So if you want to see the best Santa and the best Grinch, you'll have to come out.
That's awesome. Yeah. Are there any other things that you wanted to share about that we haven't talked about yet?
I would just say, including yourself, being a new business owner, and all of the other businesses in the community, this is a close-knit group. Everyone is very supportive, and we appreciate that because, well, first of all, we're not open all the time, and when we are trying to be open and trying to get the word out, we have a lot of support from fellow businesses like yourself and customers and just people that come by, and it is so appreciated. So I know from my business and the other businesses in the area, this is a great community. Bennington rocks, and we're happy to be a part of it, and we hope to not go anywhere anytime soon.
For sure, and we won't let you leave. So excited to bring this to you on Move to Omaha 365 YouTube channel, and I hope you'll continue to join us. Watch for a new episode on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Central Time. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, guys.